yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah.
Everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude. I wanted to do a nice buying guide for beginners with fragrances as to where you can get discounted fragrances that are authentic. I'm just going to get right into it. I have three main sites that I use outside of the Amazons and the eBays, and they are FragranceNet.com, which is my favorite, FragranceX.com, and FragranceBuy.ca. The reason why FragranceNet is my favorite of the three, all three of them are 100% guaranteed authentic fragrances. I will tell you the reason why I like each one and why each one of them is on my list, but the one that I use most, again, is FragranceNet. If you put your email into their subscribe list, they will send you 20, 30, 35% off coupons on the daily. Not only that, they have the ability, as does the other two, they give you testers if you want that option. The one thing I do have to say, the drawback about testers, is if you're somebody who likes the look of fragrances, if you get a tester, half the time you don't get the correct box. So you'll get a tester box. And if it's a fragrance that comes with a cap normally, you have a 50-50 shot of whether you're getting a cap with the tester. I will normally only buy testers of the fragrances that don't have caps, like Paco Rabanne 1 million. But I will stay away from it unless it says with cap. I will not buy the tester. I like the look of it. I like to have, you can see the difference. This is in my collection, Acqua di Gio. Got it as a tester, didn't have a cap. Now I don't even really put it in my video. But past the cap, I will say FragranceNet is my favorite because of the overall selection is huge. They get in so many fragrances that, and they're very well set up that they have a new arrival section that I like to go through where they're constantly flowing in new arrivals of scents. If a scent comes out and it's the first day that it was released, you'll normally find it on one of these discounter sites, and it's usually FragranceNet first or FragranceBuy, but you will find it on there within a month, 2 months usually. And that's why I like FragranceNet. And there's also a little cheat code to FragranceNet that a lot of people in the fragrance community at least know about that I will share with you now. If you go and you want to buy a fragrance, perfume, cologne, unisex, whatever it is, from FragranceNet or from anywhere, go onto Google first. Type in, for instance, Acqua di Gio 3.4 ounce. And then it will pop up a list of where you can buy it at. If you click on the FragranceNet one, it will take you to the FragranceNet site and it will automatically add a 37% off coupon. So it won't add the actual item. It'll take you to that item screen, but it won't add it to the cart. It'll add a 37% off coupon. And from my experience, this is the case with FragranceNet about 8 to 10 months a year. They always have a 37% off coupon. So for the colognes like Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, that's $400. You're getting $60, $70, $80 off just by going through Google. If you don't go through Google, then you might be getting 20, 25% off at max. So always do that. Always go through Google first. Even if you have multiple colognes to shop for or perfumes to shop for, go through Google, get that 37% off coupon, and then start your shopping. You'll definitely thank me after that. The one drawback about FragranceNet, and it's the only drawback that I can say, is that FragranceNet ships in about 15 days. It's like 8 to 15 days. They use FedEx. FedEx sucks. FedEx only runs Monday through Friday, and they say Monday through Friday, but Friday is really not one of the days they run. It's more like mid-Monday to early morning Friday. So they say on FragranceNet it takes 3 to 4 days, and it'll be at your house on average. I'd say it's 8 to 15, and it's always like that. But again, you're getting a much better price, so who cares? And the last thing is what I found in my history doing this. FragranceNet is the only website of any website or in person other than Macy's that if you use a fragrance, if you get it in the mail, you can try it out for as long as you don't use too much of that fragrance. You can send it back. You just have to call them. They'll send you a return shipping label. You send it back, and Fragrancenet lets you do that. FragranceX and FragranceBuy do not. I have tried on both of them. They do not let you return them. Fragrancenet lets you return even if you open the box and sprayed it a few times. If you sprayed about 50 times, I'm guessing they're not going to let you, because they do weigh it on a scale from what the lady told me. So that's one giant plus. So with all the pluses of Fragrancenet and the only drawback being shipping, as long as you're not impatient, that's the best place to shop. The next one is FragranceX. I'll kind of put FragranceX and FragranceBuy.ca in the same bucket. The one plus for FragranceX, it has the fastest shipping. It's in the United States. It's usually 2-day parcel, and you'll get it in 2 days no matter where you live in the United States. Again, with Fragrancenet, it takes 8 to 10 days, 8 to 15 days to get to my house, and I live in the same state as Fragrancenet shipping department, which is New Jersey. They will ship that, and what if you live in California? That's another 5 to 10 days. You're looking at probably 15 to 20 days on Fragrancenet. But again, FragranceX uses USPS 2-day, so you'll get that in 2 days no matter which way. But they don't have that big a stock, and again, they have the testers and all that. And they do not have coupons above 15%. You will always find their 15% off coupon, but you will never find higher, so never look. It's always 15. Sign up for their website with your email. You'll get the 15% off, and anytime you shop there, it's a good backup plan for Fragrancenet. FragranceBuy, on the other hand, the only time I use FragranceBuy is if I cannot find it on Fragrancenet, I cannot find it on FragranceX. They sometimes, because it's in Canada, they get different fragrances than the other two. Like Stronger With You, absolutely. They had it on their website when the other two never did. And so that was one thing. Azaro Most Wanted, they got it in before the other two. And so I had to, you have to pay $15 or $14 in shipping, and because it's shipping from Canada. That's the only time that I ever use it. And then Max Aroma, the only plus about that is that you get like rewards for every purchase that you make. But I've only used that like twice. I'd say it's 90% Fragrancenet, and then like 2% for the other ones. Maybe Fragrancenet or FragranceX is about 5%. And then there's eBay and Amazon. I do a lot of surveys online, and I do product testing, especially in the fragrance community. So I get a lot of Amazon gift cards. I know a lot of people on YouTube say do not use Amazon or eBay if you don't have to purchase fragrances. I honestly think the opposite. The reason I say that is because, yes, there are a lot of fakes, especially on eBay. But with that said, eBay has a money-back guarantee, to where, if you buy one like this is a fake. I got this last week, Armani Code Profumo, from somebody who had 100% reviews. It was 275 reviews, and they were all 5-star. There was not one person that said it, and they were all verified purchases. This has a black cap. The normal bottle has a gold cap. You can see the inside, the silver there. You're not supposed to see that. This part right here actually came off and had super glue on the inside of it, a big glob of super glue. The batch code sticker matched the box, but it was peeling off. And if you spray it, I am 100% sure what they did here was they took Spice Bomb Extreme, they put it in the bottle, they watered it down, closed it back up, tried to resell it. They reached out to me and said that it was just a bad batch from their supplier, and they apologized. But with that said, Amazon and eBay both have money back guarantee that no matter if you got duped by somebody, you get that money back 100%. That's the one great thing about the two. And surprisingly, Amazon, you can get, like, I just ordered All Haramain's Amber Oud, and it was less expensive than it was on Fragrancenet with the 37% off coupon. So that's a big plus. I would always check, and you get it 2-day shipping with Prime if you have Prime. So and who doesn't really have Prime anymore? But if you get a fake, not only did it actually smells pretty good, but I got my money back for it. and you're guaranteed that money back no matter how you purchased it. And then you'll go and buy another one. I just don't see the difference. You're saving so much money spending it on eBay that why not at least try it? I see no reason why people are hating on them. Just do your due diligence. Make sure you look at the batch codes. Ask the right questions. Then if you get it in, just make sure you're doing. You can go on Fragrantica.com and you can take a picture of the bottle and send it and say, I think this might be a fake. Can anybody help me? And usually the community comes together and tells you whether it is or is not fake. Speaking of Fragrantica, it is a place that you can go on, and you type in the name of what cologne you have. It'll give you a list of where you can purchase it. And of the places, I would go to the ones that I just said. Fragrancenet, X, FragranceCA, and FragranceBuy.ca, Amazon, eBay. And then it also gives you reviews. Anything over 4 stars is usually really good. If it's over like 4.3 stars, it's usually great. Then it gives you a note breakdown, and at the bottom, it has people giving you their reviews as well as rating other colognes that are similar to this one that you're searching. So Stronger With You by Emporio Armani. If you look under the reminds me of, it's Zara Most Wanted, which is pretty true. Okay, then last but not least is if you have something really expensive that you want to buy, but you don't want to buy it because you don't want to blind buy it, go to MicroPerfumes.com and you can get samples of like Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, Creed Aventus for pennies on the dollar, probably like $4, $5, depending on the scent. And then once you hit $15, it's free shipping. They ship from California, and it got to me on the East Coast in 2 days. Test them out, and then you get a nice 15% off coupon to buy a full bottle if you'd like. Or you could just go back to one of these places that I told you, and then buy the real ones for yourself. But that is a great way to test it, because I know a lot of places now with COVID won't give you any testers. But if you guys have any other questions based on what I just said, I might do a buying guide part 2 at some point. But if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Like and follow if you do, and subscribe if you like my content. And I will be back with more. And thank you guys for tuning in.